Hey there guys, so today we're going to go over the 4 key areas of your business as a founder who's trying to scale up that you really need to consider. In what order do I bring someone on board that can take over this for me? And that's really key. This is where a lot of founders do struggle, is that there's 4 key buckets of where they can and will spend their time. If they can't hand over those entirely, then it's going to stifle the growth of the business. So let's go over those now. First is sales. So sales is quite a high leverage activity and where a lot of founders do hold on to quite a while, and that's totally fine. So what that sales means is they're the ones that are taking the sales calls and driving the sales growth. At some point, you need someone in there that's going to take over that and then manage the department as it gets bigger as well. Obviously 2 very different skill sets, but that is something that can come off your plate. It just depends on what order. Next is marketing and client acquisition. In other words, how are we generating leads and who's responsible? Make sure that we're driving that growth that's going to flow to our sales. Now that, again, at some point, you want a person to take over this for you. Now, in what order? It depends on your business, it depends on who you've got there, and also your personal skill set. But that is our second one, our marketing department. The third is delivery. So this is more focused on, this applies to products and services as well. But if we think about services, we think about coaches, consultants. The founder at some point is the primary one that's delivering that service. Now, that is what we're referring to here in terms of delivery. How can we, when it comes to delivery, not only do you want to put someone in charge of that, but how can we systemize, automate, and delegate as much as possible as part of that? So where you can automate and eliminate, do that before you bring on someone to take over that. Because if you've got a framework there to follow and you've made delivery predictable, that's when it's easy to scale. When it's hard, and I'll give the example of a consultant, is where you're customizing everything for every client, and it requires the founder to get in there and do it. Where you're doing that and you're still trying to do sales and marketing as well, it's very, very difficult to scale because simply you don't have the time in order to simplify things here to be able to scale up. Final area of the business is the operations. So this is pretty self-explanatory. It's everything that's not delivery, sales, or marketing. It's your HR, it's your finance, it's your general operations and systemization of your processes and just creating a better business. Ultimately, that's the position of a COO, and it's probably something that most founders at some point will look at and go, yeah, I really need an admin manager in there or an operations person to take over that side of things. And that is a logical step. In some instances, the operations and delivery can be interchangeable, particularly if you've systemized it and made it a really simple process for someone to follow. It's more complicated, like a consulting gig, and these 2 departments are very separate. So that's what you need to consider. As a founder, those 4 areas. Now, in what order, as I said before, in what order do you give this to someone else? Well, it comes to your skill set. Normally, with our lead generation side of things, you can get someone in there at a low level to help there. Hopefully, in the delivery aspect, you can get someone helping you there as well. Ultimately, if you're to scale up to be a 8-9-figure business, you want talent coming in is going to run that department for you. And the less involvement that you can have in each of these 4 areas, the better, and that's going to help you to scale. And the only way to do that is get good talent.